Hi, Juanita. How are you?
I'm good. How are
It's
you?
good to see you again. I'm doing good. So today, the purpose of our meeting today is going to be to assess your anger based on the measurement scale that we did last time. I have looked over that, and we'll go over some of your answers on that, and you can better explain why you put those answers. So I am still mandated to report in this meeting any kind of abuse, sexual abuse, any kind of abuse, and also suicidal thoughts. So just keep that in mind. I'll take notes just like I did last time. If you would like to see those, you're more than welcome to see them at any time.
Okay.
So today we're going to talk about kind of how you've been doing since our last meeting to this meeting. So we'll start off by that. So how do you feel about coming today? Do you feel better than you did last time, or how are you feeling about that?
Feelings are probably pretty neutral. I really didn't want to do this in the first place, but it wasn't. Last time wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It kind of gave me more of a thoughts on other people's perspective on how I actually act, and it's kind of embarrassing to see that, but it's something that I'm willing to work on, so I'm kind of glad to
It kind of gives you insight on both sides of the situation.
Correct.
Okay. So some things we discussed last time was your relationship between you and your husband. How has that changed from last meeting to this meeting? Has anything happened or anything like that?
Well, I think that's something that I have talked to my husband about that a lot. That I believe a lot of it comes from me. We both work, so there's nothing we can do about that. He works just as much as I do, and he works physically, and I have to use my brain a lot at work, but still we are working all the time, so he's just as tired as I am. So if he can come home and not be irritated with me about little things, then I feel as if that's how I should be too. So that's something that I have tried to work on, on how to, if I'm having a bad day, just leave work at work and come home, and that's not your work. So that's something you should be able to just breathe. If you need to talk to yourself on the way home, that's been something that I've done a lot.
So it sounds like you guys have made somewhat of progress in that area.
Yes, but I do believe that it has started. 90% of it I do believe comes from me, and I have recognized that. So I am self-aware of the issue, which I believe is me. So I've been working on that a lot.
Okay. Another issue we had was the fast food and kind of related to your health.
Yes.
Has that gotten better or?
It has. I've been trying to, when I get home from work, it's really hard for me to just want to cook supper. But that's been something that I've been working on because it's not just me. I have to feed my husband as well. So that's something I've been trying to do, and making enough to eat leftovers instead of eating fast food, which some of the food I cook at home is not, healthy, but anything is better than fast food. So I still do eat out, but it's not 3 meals a day. It may be 2 meals a day, or, a meal every now and then. But it has been something that I've been working on, and I do feel different. My health feels different. I don't feel as bloated all the time, and I think that has a lot to do with my mood. Due to the fact that the fast food is really greasy, and it just makes me feel terrible about myself, just to be honest. And so that's been something that's really helped a lot.
So it sounds like already that you're becoming more self-aware of the issues and working towards progress in those areas. So that's really good. What about your new job and the people you work with? Has that gotten easier, or have you adjusted more?
Yeah, it's easier, but it's just, that's something else that I'm having to work on.
You're still behind a desk, so it's
yes, and I miss the client interaction that I had. That's not something that I get. I interact with clients, but the clients that I interact with are just, I need your insurance card, things like that, and I don't really get that personal interaction with them. So that's something that I'm still adjusting with. The coworkers still talk to me like I have no idea what I'm doing, when I've been on the other side of the fence majority of the time. So I do know, but that's just something I'm trying to let roll off my back.
Okay. So last time we filled out this clinical anger scale, and I went over it, and there's a couple areas I want to ask you about just to see your perspective and why you put those. So the first one, on number 5, you put, I feel quite hostile most of the time. So can you elaborate on that just a little bit?
Yeah. The reason that I feel hostile, I think it starts with when I wake up in the mornings, I know that I have to go to a job that I hate due to the fact of my anger issues. So that's something that I'm kind of riding the fence on. I know that they put me at this job because of my anger issues, but also this job gives me anger issues. So I'm kind of like stuck in the middle. But that is something that I'm trying to work on. That's the reason that I put that, because that was really fresh on my mind when we filled that out last time.
Okay.
So it was mainly the job, and then my husband would nag all the time about the fast food, and then he was just on my nerves all the time. So that was a big issue as well, but that's something that I am working on.
Okay. And then also on number 11, you put, I feel irritated a good deal of the time. Is that the same issue kinda, or is there something else to that?
Yeah, and also I think that one has a lot to do with my job, because they degrade me when I am working there. Like, I know what I'm doing. I may not know on their side of the fence what I'm doing majority of the time, but I do know how to be a nurse, and they are putting me down because to me I guess it's a self-aware thing, because I used to be at the top of the totem pole and now I'm back to the bottom. So that's just
so it's just kind of you maybe adjusting and realizing at this job you're not at the top.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to go backwards instead of forward,
yes.
Which is not always a bad thing.
And sometimes it makes me feel like a failure because of, but it's my own fault. It's because of my anger.
So today we're gonna make some goals.
Okay.
So I jotted down a couple that I thought maybe you would want to work on. The first obviously would be related to your clinical anger scale, the feeling hostile and angry most of the time. So anger is a problem area, and we know this by your job, because of your job, and also your husband's relationship, your all's relationship. So what are some ways you would want to work on this? Like what is your goal for your anger? Like where do you want to be?
Well, I know that's not something that we can decrease. Like, I mean, it can be eliminated. I know that for sure. But I would like to, I think it starts with me, like with myself, knowing that just because you got degraded in your job does not make you a failure. So I believe it would have to start there. And I just want it to be to where it's not all the time. Like, it's not every day, all day long.
So I will look more into that. Is that your top goal?
Yes.
Out of all? Okay. What is something else you would want to work on?
Probably like the family dysfunction or the relationship with my husband.
Okay. What part of your relationship with your husband, like what do you want to work on the most?
Probably the communication would be huge for us, because I mean, I guess it's just marriage is marriage, and he knows how to make me mad and I know how to make him mad, so I guess it's just something that it is. But talking about those situations and knowing, well, if you say this, you know that's going to make me mad, so let's try to eliminate that.
Okay, so the goal in this area would be to eliminate arguing and better communication.
Correct.
Is what you would want your goal to be. Okay. And on this, I'm not 100% sure of an agency for family counseling, but I will, is that something you would be willing to do, would be to go to marriage counseling or family counseling?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will look into that, and next time we will go over the agencies that I found, and we can figure out which one best fits you.
Okay.
And then also the anger management, would you rather do like a group setting or a one-on-one like this? Like, do you feel more comfortable like this, or would you rather go to something to where other people, you could communicate with other people as well?
It'd probably be a group setting, just because there's a lot of, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. There's a lot of situations where there are issues, but I don't really know how to express those. So I feel as if I was in a group setting, that would be something that we could talk about. Not that the counselor wouldn't know, but it would be easier to talk about it with somebody who is in the same boat with me than me trying to explain myself to somebody else.
In the last session we talked, and your relationship with your son and his kids, has that gotten any better, or?
Well, we talked after our first session, and I did tell him that I was seeking help to try to reduce this issue. That's been something that I'm thankful that he is willing to talk to me about, but it's not to the point where I want it to be, because he don't, I can't see the kids by myself, and he only comes over for a few, and I guess he's still kind of hesitant on how things used to be. He's afraid something's going to be triggered. So it's getting better, but it's not where I want it to be at all.
So is that something else you would say you want to work on?
Yeah, probably.
And last time we talked, you just couldn't see the kids, correct? Like you wouldn't allow them to come. So the goal for this would be maybe some like visitation with the grandkids. Would that be the goal that you would want to?
And a better relationship with them and my son as well.
Okay, so next time we will look at the group therapy for the anger management and try to get those under control, and like you can express them at the group therapy, so that would help you to get to have someone to talk to that can better understand your side of the situation. And the family counseling, I will seek resources for that and see. I'll bring in some ideas next time and kind of let you decide which agency you think would best fit you and your family and your husband. And also, your husband will have to, if you want him to come or not, that will be something to think about for the next time we meet. And also, the next time we meet, I'm going to give you the same form for you to fill out this time as well. And don't feel like you have to do better on this one or anything like that. I want you to do it just like you did this one. Be completely honest on it. If you feel like things haven't changed, then that's completely fine, because this next time will better you if you are completely honest on this. So just be completely honest. If you feel like this isn't helping, be honest about that. If you feel like you are improving in these areas, then that's awesome. Okay. So we'll work on this next time. I'll have some resources for you to check out next time. And if you'll fill that out and bring it with you next time, that should be everything that we need for next time.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.